Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and
you. Hey, welcome to WBGR Sports Network and the Tom the Bomb Sports Talk Show. And this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. If you don't think it's a great day, just try missing one. And we, L-O-V-E, love sports on the Tom the Bomb Show. I'm your host, Tommy Wood. Got another fantastic show for you guys today. Hey, the number here, if you want to call in live today, it's 240-678-8613. That's 240-678-8613. Like I said, we got another fantastic show for you today. We always want to start off with giving God his thanks for what he's doing for us in 2024 in the new year. Remember, this is the year of fixed purpose, that when you keep your eye on the prize, and the prize is the word itself, it will allow you to ignore life's daily distractions. And I'm telling you, man, the enemy is just coming with distraction after distraction after distraction. But that's all it is to get you off the word. The word says that the enemy comes for the word immediately. Hey gang, Tom the Bomb is now on YouTube. Just put Tom the Bomb Sports Talk in the search bar and the show will pop up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Tom the Bomb appreciate it so much. All right, hey, no poll questions today. We want to give a shout out to one of our newer sponsors, MB Automotive at 11874 Coakley Circle in Rockville, Maryland, 20852. They can be reached at info@mbautoinc.com. See them all in Patrick. They'll take great care of you. They've been working on my cars for over 20 years. Fantastic guys, great prices. Hey man, let's get right into it, man. Let's talk about, Tom the Bomb. We were on the road last week, and we for my Uncle Zuba's 99th birthday, and man, we just had a grand time. But more importantly, he had a great time. And when I'm 99. Call he a player at 95, 99, man. And we talk about that's like a unicorn, a mythical creature, a black man at 99, a World War II veteran. And we just had such a blessed time. And it's so important that we give honor and honor our families and each other. You know, my dad used to always say, give me my flowers where I can still smell them and appreciate them. So that's what we did with Uncle Zuba last weekend in St. Louis. And we had a fantastic time. Tom the Bomb ate too much, okay? But come on, man. I got a chance to go home, man. Listen, man, that's where the real Chinese food is. You can't get snoots nowhere in the world but there, or a St. Paul sandwich. Even had to break down and go to White Castles now. My Midwesterners out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. And for you guys to still live in the area, man, when you got to wait 2, 3, 4 years to get a snoot, man, you be jonesing on that, man. with your peach vest soda. So as usual, it was really, really great to be home, and we had a blessed time in the Lord and celebrating Uncle Zuba's 99th birthday. We're already excited and looking forward to his 100th birthday. Isn't that something? Isn't God good? Isn't that awesome? Hey man, let's jump right into it. Hey, today we're going to be talking about, Tom the Bomb is starting. We're doing a different segment. Not on the Tom the Bomb Show, but it's a little bit different that you guys can catch on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. But we're going to be doing a segment on just St. Louis Cardinals baseball, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started, Coy. Let's start off with the highlights of the week, and the only highlights we can talk about for this week is on Friday. East St. Louis Olympian superstar Jackie Joyner-Kersee threw out the first pitch on Friday, and these are the highlights of the week. Look at Jackie still looking good. You go, girl. And then on Sunday, NBA and NHL superstars Matthew Tkachuk and Jason Tatum of the world champion Boston Celtics that didn't get much playing time in the Olympics. We're not going to go there throughout the first pitch on Sunday. And man, it's really great. These guys have been friends since little kids, as you can see in the pictures, and both of them are at the top of their careers in hockey and in the NBA. That's just so awesome. It's really cool because that's the original picture on my right, maybe your left, and then that's the recreated picture. Even the guy in the background, he's there from when they was in school. So that was the highlight of the weekend series between my St. Louis Cardinals and the LA Dodgers. So that was it. And then, okay, so Sonny Gray's day was spoiled by a rocky fifth inning as the Cardinals continued to struggle at the plate. Newsflash, the Cardinals started an all-black outfield for the first time since the 1980s. That's a side note, but man, that didn't slip past me and Gus. But after a three-game sweep by the Cincinnati Reds, the Cardinals dropped 2 out of 3 to the Los Angeles Dodgers, with the St. Louis offense unable to produce consistent hitting. They wasted an excellent start by Sonny Gray, giving up just 2 runs to the potent offensive attack of the Dodgers, led by soon-to-be National League MVP Shohei Ohtani, losing 2-1, with the offense mustering up a pinch hit home run by Lars Nootbaar in the bottom of the 8th. The Cards have lost 5 out of their last 6 games. They aren't getting extra base hits. They're not hitting with runners in scoring position. It's just, oh man, it's getting ugly, and it's getting ugly fast, man. You know, that's what happens when you try to go cheap in life. My dad said a lot of things to me, and most of it went in one ear and went out the other ear. But some of the things he said went in and they stuck. And one of the things that he said is, don't ever be afraid to get the best, because you'll never be disappointed. Okay, that's why Tom the Bomb like nice quality things. But here's the thing. When you try to go that route, and that's what John Mozeliak, the GM of the St. Louis Cardinals, have been trying to do for the last 5 to 8 years. He's been trying to go cheap, and that's just not going to work. The Cardinals' main problem is that they refuse to go out and sign aces. The Cardinals haven't had an ace pitcher since Chris Carpenter. Think about how long that's been. The leadership from John Mozeliak down to the manager, Ali Marmol, is inept, and it's just got to change, because, and here's the big thing, the Cardinal baseball fan is the best fans in all of baseball, and they're very, very knowledgeable fans. So you just can't keep, I don't mean to be crude, but I got to say it like this. You just can't keep urinating on their head and telling them that it's rain, because they're not going to buy that. And for the first time, the attendance is actually really down. And St. Louis, on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, all during the week, they sell out Busch Stadium. They get over 3 million fans. But you know what? The fans are sending a message loud and clear that they aren't happy. President of baseball, John Mozeliak, is upset because, on opening day, the fans are booing him, and he can't figure out why they're booing him. Are you kidding me, man? Let me just keep it 100. Let me keep it 100. The white people in St. Louis are unhappy with John Mozeliak. That tells you everything you need to know. So, like I said, they've lost 5 out of their last 6 games, and then it doesn't get any better because the LA Dodgers just left, and tomorrow the Central leading Milwaukee Brewers come to town on Tuesday. And like I said, the Cards have 6 games remaining with the Brew Crew. They're now 11 games behind, and after that, Mike Shildt brings his San Diego Padres to town, who are 5 games ahead of the Cardinals in the wild card. And the Cardinals have struggled all season long against left-handed pitching, and Sunday against Clayton Kershaw was no different. Kershaw, who has struggled since coming off the DL, but he looked like the old Cy Young Award winner against the struggling Cardinals offense. And like I said, he's been struggling, but boy, he looked like a Cy Young winner against the Cardinals, because they just have been really struggling with left-handed pitching. So the season has flipped so fast that, like I said, this weekend series between the Dodgers was supposed to be nationally televised, but the networks pulled out due to the Cardinals' recent slide off the cliff of playoff contender. They're now pretenders. Even if they somehow manage to get into the playoffs, they can't beat any of the teams that'll be in the playoffs. The Cardinals haven't been hitting, but it's the refusal to go out and get a legitimate number 1 and number 2 starter and head that rotation. Scared money never wins. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Scared money never wins. Sonny Gray, who is the Cardinals' ace, should have been their number 3 starter this season. Blake Snell was available. They passed on him. Tyler Glasgow was available. They passed on him. Dylan Cease was available. They passed on him. The Cardinals front manager and management all passed on. Hey, but that's all spilled milk. That's all toothpaste out of the tube. Let's be proactive here on the Tom the Bomb Show, okay? What do we do next is the question. How do we get better? Okay, so here's what the St. Louis Cardinals need to do. You can pay attention to it, but Tom the Bomb, no baseball. He's a seam head. Number 1, they got to get rid of all these old guys and bring up these young players and let these young players play. The Cardinals do have talent in their farm system. They've just been mismanaging and misdeveloping. Case in point, Jordan Walker. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But number 1, they got to bring up these young guys and give them a chance to play. But they can't do that if they got all these old stoggy clogs clogging up the lineup. So number 1, they got to have massive coaching changing, a new GM and a new president of operations. Manager Oliver Marmol, pitching coach Dusty Blake, hitting coach Turner Ward. They got to go, man. They're 22. The guards are through. Okay, they got to go, man. So, hey, legitimate replacements out there. The Cardinals are an organization that likes to do things from within. Hey, Skip Schumaker's agreement is up with Miami at the end of the year. Skip Schumaker is a longtime Cardinal player. You should have hired Skip Schumaker before you hired Oliver Marmol. But, Mosaic want yes men. Then you have Carlos Beltran, an ex-Cardinal. He's available. And then the pick that I really, really like is Joe Maddon, man. For a long time, I thought Joe Maddon was one of the best managers in all of baseball. Joe Maddon is available. But the thing of it is I don't think any of these guys are going to be yes men. But they got to make a change at management. So there's 3 legitimate options to be our St. Louis Cardinals manager next year. Skip Schumaker, Carlos Beltran, and Joe Maddon. I love Skip. I love Carlos, but I'd really, really like to see Joe Maddon get that job, the Tom the Bomb would. Number 2, massive trades and salary dumps have to be made to open up slots for these young players. Paul Goldschmidt, due $21 million. Steven Matz is due $11 million. Miles Michaelis is due $18 million in salaries that have to be dumped. That's $50 million in 3 players. And like I said, room has to be made for the younger players to move up. You can start right there. Get rid of them 3 old guys, and that's $50 million right there. The other thing, too, is if you're bringing up young players, they're under control. They ain't making a whole lot of money. That way you can improve and Nolan Arenado, I'm right there. If they decide to cut him too, I wouldn't be upset. But even in defense for Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt, even though neither of them are hitting the way they should be, their defense is so stellar that you keep them in the lineup because of the defense that they play at the corners at first and third. So I would hold on to Nolan Arenado strictly for his defensive person because he is at least hitting better than Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt has a hole in his swing. Every time Paul Goldschmidt hits the ball, even if it's a home run, it's luck. It's flat out luck. He can't get the high heat. Anything more than 94, 95 miles an hour, he can't catch up. The only thing he's hitting is off-speed pitch, hanging sliders and hanging curves and hanging changeups. Those are the only pitches he's hit. He is not getting to the fastball. The fastball up, 94, 95 and above, up, he can't hit that pitch anymore. He's got a hole in his swing. And, he's such an outstanding guy. Because, here's the thing. Just because a guy is not playing good baseball or good basketball or good football, that doesn't make him a bad person. Paul Goldschmidt is an MVP person. Paul Goldschmidt is first of all, Paul Goldschmidt is a Hall of Fame player. Paul Goldschmidt is going to be in the Hall of Fame. And with that being said, he's a Hall of Fame player, but he's a much, much better person, a much, much better man than he is a baseball player. So I have tons and tons of respect for Paul Goldschmidt. But man, Father Time is undefeated, man. And his bat speed is slowed down, and he is just not getting it done. He is not getting it done. And he will tell you himself that he's not getting them done. And the thing that really bothers me is they keep putting him in the number 4 spot, the number 5 spot, the meat of the order where you're supposed to drive in runs. And he's not doing that. Okay, we're not going to take him out the lineup. We're going to play, but let's smack him around a little bit and drop him down to 7th or 8th. Because, see, that's an insult. And besides sitting somebody down on the bench, which they should do, okay, because it's amazing how sitting on that bench will break you out of a slump. And they're not going to sit him down on the bench, but why don't you drop him down in the lineup? Let him hit 7th or 8th, or even let's really embarrass him and bat him 9th like he a scrub. You know what I'm saying? But that comes down to Oliver Marmol, the manager, man. This guy still keep plugging him in at that number 4 spot, that number 5 spot. He get a couple of hits and they're like, he's out of it. No, man, this dude's still batting under 200, man. Listen, when you can't hit your weight, there's a problem. There's a problem. Listen, they're professional athletes. They weigh 200 pounds. If you're not hitting 200 or better, you're not supposed to be playing. You're not supposed to be playing. There's kids in the AAA and their minor league system that can come up and hit better than that right now. So they got to make massive trades, salary dumps, and they got to make spots for these young guys to come up. Pitchers, they lied to us all season. John Mozeliak said, we're going to go out. We're going to get aces. Okay. They got Sonny Gray, but like I said, Sonny Gray should have been your number 3 spot. I told you they passed on Blake, Glasgow, Dylan Cease. They passed on these guys. But guess who's coming up? Let me say, these are the pitchers that are going to be available next season. Nathan Eovaldi is going to be available. Corbin Burns. How do you let Corbin Burns fall on the yard? Listen, Corbin Burns was the ace for the Milwaukee Brewers, who's in your division, and Corbin Burns had been peeling the Cardinals' head back for the last 5 or 6 years. What's that old saying? If you can't beat them, join them. Look, as soon as Corbin Burns became available and it was clear that he was leaving the Brew Crew, that should have been the first guy they should have signed is Corbin Burns, because they know what that guy can do. He kills you, so why don't you go ahead and hire? I'll give you an even better example. If we can just go back to when the Cardinals were winning, if you remember when the Houston Astros were still in the National League and they were the rivals of the St. Louis Cardinals, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Left-handed, left guy starts with B. But he used to kill the Cardinals every time he played them, and the Cardinals went out and traded for him, and he came back and won the World Series with the Cardinals in 2011. That's what you got to do. If you can't beat them, you join them. So they definitely need to sign Corbin Burns. So Nathan Eovaldi is going to be available. Corbin Burns, like I said, they should have signed last season. Max Fried is going to be available. They should go back and re-get Jack Flaherty, but Jack Flaherty's with the Dodgers now, and he's from Los Angeles. So why would you ever come to St. Louis when you could be in your hometown in LA? But Jack Flaherty's out there. And then there's Shane Bieber. They're all going to be available in the offseason. The Cardinals need to try to get at least 2 to 3 of these guys, at least. Then you got your Cardinals AAA. Like I said, you got some players down there that are ready to play. Tink Hintz, Cooper Jerpy, Quinn Matthews, Michael McGreevy, and Thomas Sages. These guys are ready. And with the season the way it's going right now, they need to bring all these guys up and let them play, man. They need to bring them up and let them play. Now let's get to the real meat and potatoes of what has to be done. President of Operation John Mozeliak, his exit plan has to happen. Okay, so Chaim Bloom seems to be the most obvious choice, but you still got Randy Flores, you got Michael Gersh, and Moses Rodriguez will be in the hunt. but the answer should come outside of the current pool. That's not how the Cardinals ownership likes to do things. They like to operate from within. So let me tell you who Chaim Bloom is, because this is somebody that you need to be aware of. This is somebody that can really, I believe, can really turn the Cardinals around and get them back to their winning ways. Chaim Bloom was brought in January of this year, 2024, in an advisory role from the Boston Red Sox organization. Now, what he's been doing is he's been studying the organization from top to bottom. He's supposed to be on the cutting edge of player development for a long time. He's viewed as one of the most well-regarded baseball executives that hasn't been given a chance to run an organization yet. Bloom's calling card was the player development that he'd done in Tampa Bay. Was a major reason for the Tampa Bay Rays' success for so many years. Tampa Bay has always had the smallest payroll in all of baseball, but yet they're contending almost every year in the toughest division against the Yankees, against the Red Sox, against the Orioles. They're competing in that division with the small, and you know the Yankees and Red Sox always outspend everybody, and Tampa Bay is spending the least, and they giving the Yankees and the Red Sox the blues. So this has been Chaim Bloom's calling card, developing young players with a smaller payroll. So Bloom wrote the team's development manual, and he literally titled it "The Rays Way" back in 2008, and it quickly became famous among baseball circles and the gold standard for how organizations should be developing players moving forward. Player development is something that the Cardinals have been criticized over and over and over for quite a while now. And Chaim Bloom's biggest talent might be identifying talent that is being undervalued and maximizing those players, i.e., he was behind the move of taking Randy Arozarena from the Cardinals and bringing him to the Tampa Rays. And then Randy Arozarena goes in there, has wins MVP of the playoffs, and he looks like a world beater, So that's what he's really good is identifying talent that's being underdeveloped. And the Cardinals have a lot of that. Look at Jordan Walker. They just got rid of Dylan Carson. They held on to him, but Dylan Carson, you watch Dylan Carson go to Tampa and turn his career around. I think we came up in spades with Mason Wynn. Mason Wynn seems to be a winner, but Mason Wynn and Jordan Walker have been tied together forever. And Mason Wynn knows how good of a baseball player that Jordan Walker is. He didn't just all of a sudden get bad till they start messing with his swing. So there's a lot that St. Louis has to do, but number one is, no organization can rise above its leadership. And John Mozeliak, here in the DMV, the Washington Commanders understood when they had the owner that they had. I don't care how talented players you have. If you got bad leadership at the top, an organization cannot rise above that. So that's pretty much what's been going on with St. Louis. John Mozeliak and his yes man, Oliver Marmol, gotta go. 22 to guard you through all of them. Get rid of the pitching coach, get rid of the hitting coach, you can keep Willie McGee and Pop Warner and Chubby Clapp. You can keep them because those guys are classics. But the guys that are out there actually doing something, got to get rid of them, man. Got to get rid of them. Got to go. Can't have them, can't use them, don't need them, don't want them. They got to go. All right, let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic is here come the judge. 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 Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, the New York Yankees captain. Aaron Judge made history on August 14th by hitting his 300th career home run in a 10-2 victory over the worst team in baseball, the Chicago White Sox, the only team that's worse than the Cardinals. Judge became the 166th player in Major League history to hit 300 career home runs, and he did it in the fewest games all time, 955 games. He had 300 home runs in 955 games, almost a full season fewer than Hall of Famer Ralph Kiner, who previously had the record at 1,087 games. That's almost a full season. Judge still has 40 plus games to go this season. He's on pace for his second American League MVP award, and he's on pace to hit 57 dingers with 146 RBIs, 189 hits, and 135 walks. It's funny because, last year, Shohei Ohtani was with the Angels, and, the MVP was going to be Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge. So as a matter of fact, when Aaron Judge, the year before Aaron Judge was, Shohei Ohtani won the MVP in the American League. And then the year that Aaron Judge won when he hit the 62 home runs, Shohei Ohtani had a better year and he didn't win it. So now that Shohei Ohtani is out of the American League, for the next 5 or 6 years, Aaron Judge is going to be the MVP in the American League, and Shohei Ohtani is going to be the MVP. Although Ozuna for the Atlanta Braves is really, really pushing him, Ozuna's having some kind of a year. And look, that was the Cardinals left fielder, and they let him go for peanuts. They pretty much let him go for nothing. The guy wanted $17 million. That's nothing. And he's the best player on the Atlanta Braves right now. So if Shohei Ohtani doesn't win the MVP in the National League, which I think he will, it's going to be Marcell Ozuna of the Atlanta Braves because he's having a phenomenal year. But like I said, let's get back to Aaron Judge. Like I said, he's on pace to hit 57 dingers. He's on pace for 146 RBIs, 189 hits, and 135 walks. And he's hit these 300 home runs. Now, the leading active home run hitter right now in the major leagues is his teammate, Stanton, who's got a career of 423 home runs, but he's did that in 15 years. Aaron Judge I think is in his 6th year or something like that. So here's the question. Can Aaron Judge break Barry Bonds' home run record? Barry Bonds has 762 career home runs. It's very, very unlikely that Aaron Judge threatens Bonds, or for that matter, Henry Aaron's record of 755 home runs all-time marks. Barry Bonds, and I'll tell you why. Barry Bonds debuted at the age of 21. Hank Aaron broke into the major leagues at the age of 20. And Aaron Judge broke in at 24, and he didn't really start playing until his 25th year. So at the end of the year, Aaron Judge is going to be 32 years old, and he should finish this season with about, 315, maybe 320 home runs for his career by the time this season ends. But Barry Bonds, at the age of 33, had 374 home runs. And Hank Aaron, check this out. Hank Aaron, a bad dude, man. Hank Aaron, at the age of 33, had 442 home runs by the time he was 33 years old. When Aaron Judge gets 33, he's going to be in that 320, 330 range. So he's behind the pace of what Barry Bonds did, and he's way behind the pace of what Hank Aaron did. The 3 years that Aaron Judge spent at Fresno State and the 3 years that he spent in the minors actually hurts his chances of catching these home run milestones. Aaron Judge, he's right now, or since 2021, he's been averaging 45 dingers a year. So basically what he'd have to do is he'd have to average 43 home runs over the next 11 years to catch Barry Bonds' record. Now, Judge has figured out a swing that works, and he's figured out a training routine that has kept him on the field after too many injuries early in his career. He'll have to have uncommon good health to pull this off. And I just don't think that's going to happen because, like I said, he's averaging 45 a year, but to say that he's going to hit 43 home runs every year for the next 7 years, it's possible. We know that Barry Bonds had performance enhancing help, okay? Because Barry Bonds' last 7 years, he averaged 52 home runs a year over his last 7 years. And I'm sorry, in the real world, you don't get that much better, that much stronger as you get older. I'm sorry. That just, you got the Tom Brady effect. You got LeBron James doing what he's doing at 39 and almost 40 years old. So athletes are taking care of themselves and they're playing a lot longer. But that kind of upsurge at that age, come on, man. I love Barry Bonds, man. But averaging 52 home runs over the last 7 seasons, come on, man. He was a Hall of Famer before he started juicing. That's the bottom line. But I just don't see realistically Aaron Judge challenging either Hank Aaron's 755 or Barry Bonds 762 strictly for health reasons. Longevity is key, man. if you're going to break these kind of records, it's the reason that LeBron James, is breaking all the records that he's breaking in the NBA, because he's in his 19th or 20th season at the age of 39. But like Hank Aaron and like Barry Bonds, LeBron James broke into the NBA at the age of 18. Okay. Barry Bonds was 21. Hank Aaron was 20. Realistically, Judge came in playing every day at the age of 25. So he's just behind. It's not impossible, but it's improbable. And I don't think it's going to happen. All right, moving on. Hey, listen, just real quick, we're going to take a break here, but real quick, man, just one of the things that I saw over the weekend, it just totally blew my mind. What happened, Tom? It blew my mind, man. Giants rookie defensive lineman Elijah Chapman, listed at 278 pounds, undrafted rookie free agent out of SMU, ran down a running back listen, Elijah Chapman, 278 pounds, was running almost 17 miles an hour and ran down an NFL running back for 40 yards and caught him from behind. Now, we talked about this in the past. Tom the Bomb, I like to ride my bike, my road bike. When I'm on my road bike, man, I can get up to 20, 25 miles an hour. Then that is flying. But so is 17 miles an hour. This 278-pound lineman running almost 17 miles an hour, running down any NFL running back. Now, shame on this NFL running back, because they're gonna show that video for the rest of his life, getting run down by that big rascal. But man, let me tell you something, man. This is how sports has changed in the last 20 to 25 years. Man, it used to be that when a quarterback rolled out, the defensive end wasn't going to never catch him, man. But man, the defensive end's running 4.4s, 4.3s now, man. You can't be that big and run that fast. That's frightening. That's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So a decent lineman Chapman, man, that was just so impressive, man. Undrafted. Let me tell you something. That one play he's going to make the team from that one play, because yes, he's got some physical talent, but it's the hustle that would make an interior lineman run 40 yards down the field and tackle an NFL running back. Impressive, Skywalker. Totally impressive. Corey, let's take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to wrap up the show, and we're going to be talking football, because it's right around the corner, baby. It's right around the corner. So we're going to ease into it. We're going to be talking about our top 50 quarterbacks of all time. We'll be right back.
When it comes to cost and quality, you simply cannot do better than Window Nation. For about half the cost of national brands, you get equal if not better quality, saving you thousands of dollars. Right now, get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. There's no limit. Plus, put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 24 months. Get a free in-home estimate and we'll give you a free gas card. Go to windownation.com for additional details or call 866-95-NATION.
Sheltered by the Sea of Cortez, Danzante Bay is a pure and peaceful oasis, an uncrowded retreat where your options are as vast as your views. If you're seeking a vacation that defines luxury and the true relaxation, look no further than Villa del Palmar at the islands of Loreto. A splendor of true Mexican hospitality effortlessly blends with rich materials and satiable comforts to bring guests the ideal home away from home experience. With its quiet beaches, scenic vistas, rich history, and astounding surrounding natural habitat, you'll feel as though you've been swept off to paradise. Not to be outdone, Reese Jones has crafted TPC Danzante Bay, a brilliant, multi-themed 18-hole golf course that runs over and through valleys, arroyos, dunes, and foothills. From every angle, striking images of the islands of Loreto and the surrounding mountain range take your breath away, while the challenging yet rewarding Baja Golf Course beckons you to return for more. It is an honor and my pleasure to welcome you to the world's most beautiful sunset and so much more.
Talking Windows with Harley and Aaron and special guest Mina.
As a business owner, I only partner with the best.
That's definitely Window Nation.
And experience matters, Harley.
Well, Mina, we have installed over 1 million windows.
And you guys have the best customer service.
Check. 97% customer satisfaction. Plus the best deals.
Now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no limit. Plus, put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 24 months.
That's why I'm proud to partner with Window Nation.
The perfect fit.
Hey, how you doing? It's the Chef Homeboy RD. Hey, and of course, you know I've got to find the greatest food where I can find it. Ha! And you would think it would be at the Wawa, but it's not. It's from a friend, Tom the Bomb. Hey, Tom the Bomb, everybody.
Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing?
All right, Tom the Bomb.
All right, we got some good stuff for you here today. Look, we got you some boneless ribs.
Boneless ribs, everybody. Yep. Hey, boneless ribs.
We got grilled chicken. And then, of course, I got your burgers. And then what I'm famous for is the pork tenderloin. So you got
pork tenderloins.
So you got your ribs, your grilled chicken,
the ribs,
your burgers, and your pork tenderloin. You go ahead and sample that because it's yours.
Yes. Yes, we got to sample it. Hey, here we go. All right, it's like the breakfast of Mojo, huh?
So you can go ahead and find out right on camera. Whatever you want to sample, everything in there is yours.
I like the rib. Hey, the rib is better than the chicken, but I think I like the flavor of the smokiness of the chicken. But it's really good. All of it is really good. Hey,
I always take ribs over chicken, don't you? Tom the Bomb like ribs over chicken.
Ribs over chicken. Hey, that's all the time we have here.
Hey, don't forget to check out the Tom the Bomb show on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, put Tom the Bomb Sports Talk in, and you'll get everything right there on YouTube. And do me a favor and subscribe, hit that button. Tom the Bomb will appreciate it. And we're back. All righty. Hey, guys, we're going to talk about Tom the Bomb's top 50 QBs all time. This is Tom the Bomb. Look, when it comes to the NFL, few positions are as iconic or pressure-packed as the quarterback. Over the decades, we've seen some truly legendary figures take the field, making jaw-dropping plays, leading their teams to victory and setting records that will stand for generations. From the cool under pressure Joe Cool to the gunslinging Brett Favre, these quarterbacks have left an indelible mark on the game. So grab your foam fingers and get ready to dive. Greatest 50 quarterbacks. Coming in at number 50, Tom the Bomb's got Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was born in Ellensburg, Washington. He grew up playing multiple sports like a lot of us did back then: football, basketball, baseball. He played college football at Washington State University, where he quickly made a name for himself as a strong arm quarterback. He was drafted first overall by the New England Patriots in 1993. Bledsoe helped revitalize the franchise. His most notable achievement was leading the Patriots to Super Bowl, I think that's 31. Despite injuries shortening his career, Bledsoe still ranks among the top 20 career in passing. After retiring, he turned to winemaking with his Double Back Winery in Washington. He was known for his cannon arm, and like I said, he revitalized New England's football, and he now owns a successful winery. So at number 50, we've got Drew Bledsoe. At number 49, we've got Doug Williams, hailing from Zachary, Louisiana, made history as the first African-American quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He played college football at Grambling State under legendary coach Eddie Robinson, where he developed into an exceptional passer. He was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1978. Williams' career took off when he joined the Washington Redskins. Yes, they were the Washington Redskins at that time, leading them to a victory in Super Bowl 22 and earning MVP honors. Post-retirement, Williams has had a successful career in coaching and in front office roles in the NFL. So at number 49, we got Doug Williams. All righty, number 48, we've got Dave Krieg. You got to be a football fan. And Dave Krieg football journey began in the small town of Iola, Wisconsin. After walking on at Small Milton College, Krieg went undrafted, but signed with the Seattle Seahawks. Known for his resilience and ability to perform under pressure, Krieg spent 19 seasons in the NFL, playing for 6 different teams, including the Seahawks, Chiefs, Lions. He retired with over 38,000 passing yards and 261 touchdowns. Since retiring, Krieg has remained active in the football community and is a regular guest at the Seahawks alumni events. All righty, coming in at number 47. Number 47 is Burt Jones. Burt Jones was born in Ruston, Louisiana. Burt Jones grew up in a football family. His father, check this name out, Dub Jones. I love that, Dub Jones. Hey, you Dub Jones, boy. Yeah. His father, Dub Jones, was an NFL halfback. Burt followed in his father's footsteps, playing college ball at LSU before being drafted 2nd overall by the Baltimore Colts in 1973. Known for his rocket arm, Jones earned the NFL MVP award in 1976, leading the Colts to 3 consecutive AFC East title games. I still remember that game against my Raiders. Although the injury shortened his career, Jones left a lasting legacy as one of the game's great deep passers. He had such a pretty deep ball, and Burt Jones threw some of the prettiest spirals that you'll ever see. So he was also known, I love this, he was known as the Ruston Rifle. Like I said, he had NFL bloodlines with a cannon arm, and like I said, he was the 1976 MVP. He led the Colts to multiple division titles, but injuries cut his promising career short. And if not for the injuries, I really felt like Burt Jones would have been like one of the all-time greats, because he was really, really that talented. I tell you, he really played a lot like John Elway, because he had great mobility and great scrambling. As a matter of fact, that's why he got injured, because he was a running quarterback, but he was a great passer as well. And like I said, injuries kind of really cut him short. At number 46, we've got Bob Griese, hailing from Evansville, Indiana. Bob Griese excelled in both football and baseball at Purdue University. Griese was drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 1967. Griese became the cornerstone of a team that achieves the NFL's only perfect season in 1972. Them guys still get together and celebrate with champagne after the last undefeated team loses in the NFL. He was known for his intelligent play and leadership. Griese led the Dolphins to back-to-back Super Bowl victories in 72 and 73. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler and a Hall of Famer. Bob Griese retired in 1980 and later enjoyed a successful broadcasting career calling games in college football. His son also played in the NFL as well. So there's another bloodline. His son played in the NFL as well. Alrighty, at number 45, and I really kind of hate to bring him in this low, but I just got to do it. One of Tom the Bomb's. Matter of fact, this is my second favorite quarterback of all time, Kenny the Snake Stabler. Kenny the Snake Stabler was born in Foley, Alabama, and became a star at the University of Alabama. It's rumored that he played with Forrest Gump, but I got to check my sources on that. I'm not sure. He may or may not have played with Forrest Gump. I'm not sure. Okay, but he did play under Coach Bear Bryant, who Forrest Gump played for as well. Okay, he was drafted by the Oakland Raiders in 1968. Stabler was known for his cool demeanor and clutch performances. He led the Raiders to a Super Bowl victory in 1977 and was named NFL MVP in 1974. Stabler's career also included stints with the Houston Oilers and the New Orleans Saints. Post-retirement, he became a popular radio broadcaster and was posthumously inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2016. The only player that I ever seen run the 2-minute drill better than Joe Montana was Kenny the Snake Stabler. He was the best at the 2-minute 2-minute drill because he was so cool, man. He was so cool under pressure, man. One of my favorite quarterbacks, Kenny the Snake Stable at 45. At number 44, we've got Joe Theismann. And let me just tell you a little interesting here. Joe Theismann was actually Joe Theismann. His name was pronounced Joe Theismann. But at that time, I think it was in 1970, he was in the running for the Heisman. So the people at Notre Dame convinced Joe Theismann to change his name from Theismann to Theismann because Theismann rhymed with Heisman, okay? So Joe Theismann actually changed his name to Joe Theismann. True fact there. Joe Theismann was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and he made his mark at Notre Dame before heading to the Canadian Football League in 1974. Theismann joined the Washington Redskins, where he became known for his leadership and quick release. That's what these young guys in the NFL are missing, that quick release like Joe Theismann and Dan Marino had. He led the Redskins to a Super Bowl victory and was named NFL MVP in 1983. Ooh, man, listen, man, Troy, I know you're a Washington fan, but man, that 1983 Washington football team, oh my God, only the 91 team I think was better. Unfortunately, Theismann's career ended abruptly with a devastating leg injury in 1985 after Lawrence Taylor broke his leg on national TV on Monday Night Football. After retiring, he transitioned into a successful career as a sports analyst. Joe loved the mic, okay? Joe Theismann from Notre Dame to the Redskins. Like I said, he led the team to the Super Bowl win, has an MVP title. His career ended early due to injury, but he thrived as a sports analyst. Number 43 is Roman Gabriel. I apologize. I just couldn't get the pictures in for you guys. For some of you guys don't know what these guys look like. But Roman Gabriel is number 43. Roman Gabriel was born in Wilmington, North Carolina. Roman Gabriel was a multi-sport athlete at North Carolina State before being drafted by the Los Angeles Rams in 1962. This was a big deal because at this time, the NFL wasn't allowing black quarterbacks, and not that Roman Gabriel was black, but Roman Gabriel was an Indian, okay, and of Indian descent. And that was a big deal. Native American, I should say. He's a Native American. And that was a big deal for 1962. He was known for his durability and his strong arm. Gabriel became the first Asian American starting quarterback in the NFL history. He was named NFL MVP in 1969, and he led the Rams to several playoff appearances. Gabriel later played for the Philadelphia Eagles, continuing his success. After retiring, Roman Gabriel worked as a coach and remained involved in various sports endeavors. Roman Gabriel, North Carolina star, NFL's first Asian American starting quarterback, had a really, really strong arm, big, strong quarterback, Roman Gabriel. At number 42 is Phil Simms. And some of you guys might be saying, Phil Simms, are you kidding me? Listen, let me tell you something. Ask any Washington Redskin fan about Phil Simms, and they'll tell you everything you need to know. And for that fact, Dallas as well. Phil Simms was born in Springfield, Kentucky. He played college football at Morehead State University. He was drafted 7th overall by the New York Giants in 1979, and he was booed tremendously when they drafted him, but that's okay. Simms became known for his toughness and his accuracy. You got to be tough to play for Bill Parcells. He led the Giants to 2 Super Bowl victories, earning MVP honors in Super Bowl 21 with a record-setting performance. After a 15-year career, Simms retired in 1993 and transitioned into broadcasting, which is what he's still doing, where he became a well-respected NFL analyst. His son, Chris Simms, like Bob Greasy, he also played quarterback in the NFL as well, and his son, Chris, is also doing football analysis right now as well. So that's Phil Simms, the Giants' durable and accurate leader who won 2 Super Bowls and an MVP award. Post-retirement, he became a respected NFL analyst, continuing the Simms football legacy with his son, Chris. Phil Simms. Number 41. We've got Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell was a native Santa Maria, California. He played college football at the University of Washington, where he led the Huskies to a national championship. People don't know that about Brunell. He was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1993. Brunell found his stride with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was an expansion team, and he led that team to multiple playoff appearances in their early years, which was really, really impressive because they beat a great John Elway Denver team as an expansion team in the playoffs. A 3-time Pro Bowler, Brunell was known for his mobility and clutch play. After retiring, he turned to coaching and mentoring young quarterbacks as well as investing in business ventures. Mark Brunell, much quarterback than he gets credit for. All righty. At number 40, we got Tony Romo. You say, Tom the Bomb, you talking about the Cowgirls? Listen, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Tony Romo was way, way better than what people give him credit for, man. Tony Romo was born in San Diego, California, and he's raised in Burlington, Wisconsin. He went undrafted out of Eastern Illinois University, but he signed with the Dallas Cowgirls in 2003. Known for his improvisational skills and his strong arm, Romo became the Cowboys' starting quarterback in 2006 and went on to break numerous franchise records, including career passing and touchdowns. Although he never led the team to a Super Bowl, Romo was a 4-time Pro Bowler. After retiring in 2017, he became a highly acclaimed NFL broadcaster. Listen, man, this was back when, Michael Vick was quarterbacking, and Michael Vick was, we all know how elusive that Michael Vick was. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Tony Romo was one of the hardest quarterbacks to sack that I ever seen. Not really being known for a running quarterback, but Tony Romo was unbelievably elusive. So Tony Romo belongs on this list, and he's better than what people give him credit for. All right, at number 39, we got Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and played college football at the University of Delaware. Drafted by the New England Patriots in 1987, Gannon found success later in his career with the Oakland Raiders. Known for his quick decision-making and mobility, Gannon led the Raiders to the Super Bowl appearance in 2003 and was named NFL MVP in 2002. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler. Gannon retired in 2004 and transitioned into a successful career as an NFL commentator and analysis. You guys see how they just kind of flow into the booth. That's what you do. If you're the quarterback, you're the smart guy. You can do that. Felix Saint-Bernal also set NFL records for consecutive completions with the Washington Redskins. That's a real fan there, Felix. Yep. You're right. I should have got that in there. My bad. At number 38, I'm trying to get through the list, Felix. At number 38, we got Cam Newton. And, it's funny because since Cam has gotten out of football, people seem to be trying to diminish his playing skills and what he did. But Cam could ball, man. Cam Newton was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was a standout at Auburn University. He was drafted first overall by the Carolina Panthers in 2011. He was known for his unique combination of size, speed, and arm strength. Newton revolutionized the quarterback position. He won the NFL MVP award in 2015, leading the Panthers to a Super Bowl appearance. I think they were 15-1 that year. Impressive, Skywalker. Newton holds numerous records for rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Though his career has seen ups and downs, he remained a dynamic player. Currently, even though he's doing his own podcast, I think he's still trying to get back in the league. I really do. But like I said, he was the number 1 pick overall, known for his athleticism and his record-breaking rushing TDs. He was a dynamic presence on the field, and for fantasy football, he was somebody that you wanted, man. He was definitely somebody that you wanted. All righty. I think I'm jumping on now. All righty. That's Cam Newton at number 38. At number 37, we got Randall Cunningham, a Los Angeles native. He was a multi-star at UNLV before being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in 1985. Randall Cunningham was a trailblazer for dual threat quarterbacks, combining elite athleticism, thank you, with a powerful arm. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, and he led the Eagles and later the Minnesota Vikings to multiple playoff appearances. Cunningham retired with over 29,000 passing yards and 4,900 rushing yards. After football, he became a pastor and remains a beloved figure in NFL history. Kind of like, Randall Cunningham and Michael Vick careers are kind of the same, that as they got to be older, they actually became much, much better quarterbacks. In the beginning of their careers, they both relied a lot on their athleticism. But as they got older, they started to learn the game and became students of the game. And Randall Cunningham was, to me, he was more potent in his later career than he was in the beginning. He was more athletic in the beginning, but he was much more potent in the later years because he understood the coverages and same thing with Michael Vick. When Michael Vick finally got a second chance and came back, he started to study. He became a much, much more dangerous quarterback. Hey, Felix, you still remember Michael Vick lighting up your Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football with like 4 touchdown passes in the first half? I remember that. Randall Cunningham at 37. Number 36 is Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer was born in Fresno, California. He was a star quarterback at USC, winning the Heisman Trophy in 2002. He was drafted first overall by the Cincinnati Bengals in 2003. Palmer quickly became one of the league's top passers. He also played for the Oakland Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals, leading the latter to the NFC Championship in 2015. He was known for his strong arm and leadership. Palmer retired in 2017 with over 46,000 passing yards. He now enjoys a quiet life in Idaho, focusing on family and philanthropy. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. 5, Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, okay? Philip Rivers, hailing from Decatur, Alabama, played college football at North Carolina State before being drafted 4th overall by the New York Giants in 2004. Though he was immediately traded to the San Diego Chargers, he was known for his fiery competitive spirit and durability. Rivers started 240 consecutive games at the quarterback position. That's impressive. Ranking 5th all-time in passing yards and touchdown. Rivers retired in 2021 after a brief stint with the Indianapolis Colts and transitioned into coaching high school football, continuing his passion for the game. Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, y'all. You know, it's just a matter of time. That guy's a Hall of Famer. At number 34, probably the best name of any quarterback, Boomer Esiason. Boomer Esiason was born in East Islip, New York, made a name for himself at the University of Maryland before being drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals in 1984. Known for his strong arm and leadership, Esiason led the Bengals to the Super Bowl appearance in 1989 and was named NFL MVP in 1988. He also played for the Jets, the Cardinals, before retiring in 1997. Since then, Esiason has enjoyed a successful broadcasting career and is a prominent advocate for cystic fibrosis research for his son. At number 33, we got Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, born in Exton, Pennsylvania. You notice how all these great quarterbacks are coming out of Pennsylvania? Listen, he played college football at Boston College and was drafted 3rd overall by the Atlanta Falcons in 2008. Nicknamed Matty Ice for his cool demeanor under pressure. Ryan led the Falcons to Super Bowl and won the NFL MVP award in 2016. He holds numerous franchise records, including career passing yards and touchdowns, though now with the Indianapolis Colts, Ryan legacy as one of the most consistent and reliable quarterbacks of his era. He just recently retired. So Matty Ryan, he's on that list. At number 32, we have Steve Air McNair. Steve McNair was born in Mount Olive, Mississippi. He was a standout at Alcorn State, setting multiple NCAA records for being drafted 3rd overall by the Houston Oilers in 1995. He's known for his toughness and dual threat ability. McNair led the Tennessee Titans to a Super Bowl appearance in 2000 and shared the NFL MVP award in 2003, I believe, with Peyton Manning, if I'm not mistaken. A 3-time Pro Bowler, McNair retired in 2007 with over 31,000 passing yards and 3,500 rushing yards. Tragically, McNair's life was cut short in 2009, and I mean tragically, man. It's almost like people of a certain age say, man, I remember where I was when President Kennedy was assassinated. Well, man, I remember where I was when we heard the news of Steve McNair and his demise, and it's truly, truly sad. Hey, Vic, how you doing, honey? Hey, Stevie. At number 31, we've got Y.A. Tittle, okay? And listen, if my name was Yelberton Abraham, I'd tell you to call me Y.A. too. Y.A. Tittle, or birth name Yelberton Abraham Tittle, known as Y.A., was born in Marshall, Texas, and starred at LSU before being drafted by the Detroit Lions in 1948. Tittle found his great success with the New York Giants, leading them to 3 NFL championship appearances in the early 1960s, before the Super Bowl. So, known for his accurate passing and leadership, Tittle won the MVP honors in 1963, He retired in 1964 with over 33,000 yards passing. Man, that's a lot of passing yards for the 60s, and was later inducted into the Hall of Fame. Tittle became a successful insurance executive after football. Already at number 30, we've got Sid Luckman. Sid Luckman was born in Brooklyn, New York. He was a college football star at Columbia University before being drafted by the Chicago Bears in 1939. Luckman revolutionized the quarterback position with his mastery of the T formation, leading the Bears to 4 NFL championships. That's equivalent to Super Bowl, guys. 4 NFL championships in 1940s. He was a 3-time MVP. Luckman was known for his passing accuracy and leadership. He retired in 1950 with over 14,000 passing yards and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1965. After football, he retired into a successful business career. Sid Luckman. At number 29, Kenny Anderson, born in Batavia, Illinois, played college football at Augusta College before being drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals in 1971. When Tom the Bomb was in college, we used to play his football. We used to play Augusta College football. They used to dust us off, but there was a good football team. Known for his accuracy and intelligence, Anderson led the NFL in passing 4 times and guided the Bengals to their first Super Bowl appearance in 1982, lost to my San Francisco 49ers and Eric Wright. He won the NFL MVP and Comeback Player of the Year awards in 1981. After retiring in 1986, Anderson became a respected coach, serving in various capacities, including quarterback coach and offensive coordinator. Kenny Anderson, great football player. At number 28, we've got Lenny Dawson. Len Dawson was born in Alliance, Ohio. He played college football at Purdue before being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1957. Dawson found his greatest success with the Kansas City Chiefs, leading them to victory in Super Bowl IV and earning MVP honor. Super Bowl IV. That's the first football game that Tom the Bomb ever saw. Me and Gus was in the living room, and the Super Bowl came on, and they came on, and Gus said, "Oh man, look at those pretty purple uniforms. I'm gonna be the team in the purple." That was the Minnesota Vikings. We ain't know nothing about football there. I say, "Okay, well, I'll be the red team," which was the Kansas City Chiefs. And that was the first football game that Tom the Bomb ever saw. Super Bowl IV with the Minnesota Vikings versus the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a little background there. Dawson, like I said, he earned MVP honors. He was known for his poise, his accuracy, and smoking cigarettes at halftime. Dawson retired in 1975 with over 28,000 yards passing. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1987. After football, Dawson enjoyed a long and successful broadcasting career, becoming a beloved figure in Kansas City. Lenny Dawson. At number 27, we got Marvin's guy, Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb was born in Chicago, Illinois. He was a multi-sport star at Syracuse University before being drafted 2nd overall by the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a good basketball player, too. In 1999, he was drafted by the Eagles. McNabb became the face of the Eagles franchise, leading them to 5 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl appearance in 2005. He was known for his mobility and strong arm. McNabb retired in 2011 with over 37,000 yards passing and 3,400 yards rushing. Since retiring, McNabb has worked as a television and radio analyst, sharing his football insights. Donovan McNabb coming in at number 27. Number 26, we've got Eli Manning. Eli Manning was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's the youngest son of NFL legend Archie Manning and brother to fellow quarterback Peyton Manning. Eli carved his own path in football, starting at Ole Miss before being drafted 1st overall by the San Diego Chargers in 2004, and then traded to the New York Giants. Manning spent his entire 16-year career with the Giants, leading them to the Super Bowl victory, both times earning Super Bowl MVP honors. Eli is known for his durability and clutch performance in the playoffs, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players of all time. Eli is a Hall of Famer because he's the only quarterback that can say, "I beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl." So as far as we're concerned, Eli Manning owns Tom Brady. You go, Eli. Number 25 is Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner's journey to the NFL greatness is one of the most remarkable stories in sports. There's actually a movie out about this, and it's so unbelievable. Even when you watch the movie and you know it's true, you still don't believe it because it's just so unbelievable. But listen, man, it's what happens when you let the Lord lead you and let the Lord take over your life. Man, he'll do miraculous things. He'll open doors that no man can close. And if God be for you, who can be against you, man? And that's Kurt Warner's story, man. He was born in Burlington, Iowa. Warner went on undrafted out of Northern Iowa and famously worked as a grocery store stocker before getting his break in the NFL with the St. Louis Rams in 1998. Warner led the Rams to a Super Bowl victory in 1999, earning MVP honors. He later played for the Giants and the Cardinals, leading the latter to a Super Bowl appearance in 2008. Kurt Warner's story and achievements have inspired many, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2017. Kurt Warner, once a grocery store worker, became an NFL MVP and a Super Bowl champion with the Rams. His Cinderella story and strong leadership earned him a place in the Hall of Fame. Kurt Warner is one of my favorite NFL players of all time. You go, Kurt. At number 24, Russell Wilson. You say, what? Russell Wilson? Yeah, Russell Williams, man. Look, born in Cincinnati, Ohio, and raised in Richmond, Virginia, Russell Wilson was a multi-sport star before deciding to focus on football. He also got drafted as a Major League Baseball player. He played college football at NC State and Wisconsin before being drafted by the Seattle Seahawks in the third round of the 2012 NFL Draft. Wilson quickly became a star, leading the Seahawks to back-to-back Super Bowls only if they had won the worst call play in all of sports, not football, in all of sports. Wilson quickly became a star. Like I said, he was winning in 24. Known for his mobility and leadership, Russell Wilson has set numerous records, including being the fastest quarterback to reach 100 wins. He now plays, he played for the Denver Broncos. He's now this year going to be with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to see if he's going to be the starter. His story is still being told. But I think, if Russ gets that second Super Bowl, I think he's a Hall of Fame, but because he didn't get that second Super Bowl, I think that's going to stop him from being a Hall of Famer. That's Tom DeBon, but he's worthy of number 24 spot. At number 23, we got Willie Joe Namath. Joe Namath, famously known as Broadway Joe, was born in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. There goes another great quarterback out of Pennsylvania, man. What's in the water in Pennsylvania, guys? And he played college football at Alabama. Now, I don't know if he played with Forrest Gump or not. I'm not sure about that. But he was drafted by both the NFL and the AFL in 1965. Namath chose the New York Jets, where he would become a cultural icon. I remember Al Davis says that when Joe Namath steps on the field, it tilts in his favor. He was famously guaranteed a Super Bowl victory, Nat Wood. See that finger, Nat Wood? Super Bowl victory in 1969, delivering on that promise with a win over the Colts. Now, wait a minute. We're going to be in the game, we're going to win. That's what Joe said. We're going to win. Earning MVP honors, Namath's swagger and deep passing game made him a household name. And though he retired in 1977, his influence on the game remains profound. He had a drink or two every now and then, but that's normal for a bachelor. I was a single guy. That's what Joe says. Broadway Joe brought the swagger to the NFL, leading the Jets to a historic Super Bowl in 1965. His iconic guarantee and on-field success made him an NFL legend. At number 22, we got Dan Fouts. Born in San Francisco, California, was a record-setting quarterback at the University of Oregon before being drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 1973. Fouts became the centerpiece of the Chargers' high-powered Air Coryell offense. Lauren asked me last week, who is Air Coryell? High-powered Air Coryell offense, leading the NFL in passing yards for 4 consecutive seasons from 1979 to 1982. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler. Fouts revolutionized the passing game with his quick release and deep throws. Though he never won a Super Bowl because he was playing against my Raiders, Fouts' impact on the game and his numerous passing records earned him a Hall of Fame induction in 1993. We're talking about a Hall of Famer. Dan Fouts, the leader of the Chargers' Air Coryell offense, was a prolific passer in the late 70s and early 80s. Though without a Super Bowl, his influence on the game is still undeniable, which is why he's a Hall of Famer. At number 24, we got Big Ben Roethlisberger. Born in Lima, Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger starred at Miami University, Ohio, before being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first round of the 2004 NFL Draft. Boy, that 2004, that was a good year for NFL quarterbacks being drafted. Big Ben quickly made a name for himself leading the Steelers to two Super Bowl victories in 2005 and in 2008. Known for his size and toughness, one of the hardest quarterbacks to sack, and his ability to extend plays, Roethlisberger became one of the most feared quarterbacks of his era. He retired in 2022, leaving behind a legacy that includes, let's check this out, over 64,000 yards passing and 418 touchdowns. Ben's a Hall of Famer too, guys. What do you guys think? Is Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer? Is Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer? I definitely think so. What do you guys think? All right. At number 20, Felix. At number 20, we got Otto Graham. Otto Graham was born in Waukegan, Illinois. I got a good friend that lives in Waukegan, Illinois. Was a multi-sport star at Northwestern University, excelling in basketball and football. After a brief stint in the Navy, Gus, during World War II, Graham joined the Cleveland Browns in 1946 and became the most dominant quarterback of his era, leading the Browns to, check this out, 10 straight championship appearances and 7 titles. Now, people talking about Tom Brady, because, okay, before the Super Bowl, there was championships. And Otto Graham went to, so if we call championship Super Bowl, he went to 10 straight Super Bowls and won 7. So don't give me this GOAT stuff because I got 7 Super Bowl rings. Otto Graham got 7, and he went to 10 straight Super Bowls. Graham set numerous records, including the highest career winning percentage for a starting quarterback. This is the highest winning percentage of a starting quarterback. He retired in 1955 and was later inducted into the Hall of Fame. What time about was Otto Graham only 20? Recency bias. Recency bias. But if you just talk about a winner, man, Otto should be like in top 5. What you guys say? Well, it's your list, and you got him at 20. Okay, you're right. You got a good point. I hear you, Troy. A multi-sport star led the Browns to 7 championships in 10 years. His winning percentage and dominance in the 40s and 50s earned him a Hall of Fame spot. Otto Graham. At number 19, we got slinging Sammy Baugh. Sammy Baugh was born in Temple, Texas. Is considered one of NFL's first true superstars. He was a versatile athlete. Baugh excelled in baseball, football at TCU before being drafted by the Washington Redskins in 1937. Known as Slinging Sammy Baugh, he revolutionized the passing game, leading the NFL in passing yards 6 times. He also excelled as a punter and a defensive back. Baugh's contributions to the game were so significant, he was one of the inaugural inductees into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1963. Sammy Baugh, known as Slinging Sammy, changed the game with his passing skills. A standout for the Redskins, he was one of the first inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he was a Pro Bowler as a quarterback, as a punter, and a defensive back. Can you, man, that's unbelievable, isn't it? That's unbelievable. Slinging Sammy Baugh. At number 18, we got Bart Starr. Bart Starr was born in Montgomery, Alabama, is best known as a steady hand behind the Green Bay Packers dynasty of the 1960s. After a collegiate career at Alabama, Starr was drafted by the Packers in 1956. He led the team to 5 NFL championships, including the first 2 Super Bowl victories. Starr was known for the calm leadership and clutch performance, especially in the famous Ice Bowl. After retiring in 1971, Starr became a coach and later beloved ambassador of the game. Okay, we got to move on. All righty, number 17. Francis Tarkenton. Fran Tarkenton, born in Richmond, Virginia, was known for his scrambling ability and improvisational skills that revolutionized the quarterback position. He was Mike Vick before Mike Vick. After starring at the University of Georgia, Tarkenton was drafted by the Vikings in 1961. He spent 18 seasons in the NFL with the Vikings and the New York Giants, retiring in 1978 as the league's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns. Tarkenton's innovative play style paved the way for future generation of mobile quarterbacks like I just said. At number 16, we got Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. He was a standout at Louisiana Tech before being drafted first overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1970. Bradshaw's strong arm and leadership led the Steelers to 4 Super Bowl victories in the 70s, earning him 2 Super Bowl MVP awards. Known for his toughness and clutch performance, Bradshaw retired in 1983 and transitioned into a successful career as a TV analyst and entertainer. His contributions to the game were recognized with a Hall of Fame induction in 1989. Number 15, we got Jim Kelly, one of the toughest quarterbacks that ever played. Jim Kelly was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's something in the water in Pennsylvania. They turn out NFL quarterbacks in Pennsylvania. He was a multi-sports star in high school before focusing on football at the University of Miami. Drafted by the Buffalo Bills in 1983, Kelly initially chose to play in the USFL, but joined the Bills in 1986. Kelly led the Bills to an unprecedented 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances in the 90s. Although they fell short each time, known for his toughness and leadership, Kelly retired in 1996 and has since been active in charitable causes. Number 14, the only cowboy that I ever loved, Roger the Dodger Staubach, the real Captain America, was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, and starred at the U.S. Naval Academy, winning the Heisman Trophy in his military in 1969, leading them to 2 Super Bowl victories and earning Super Bowl MVP honors in 1972. Known for his poise and ability to perform in clutch situations, Staubach retired in 1979 and became a successful businessman, further cementing his legacy as a true American hero. If you didn't like Roger Staubach, something was wrong with you. That's the only cowboy that Tom the Bomb ever loved. Roger the Dodger Staubach comes in at number 14. Number 13 is Warren Moon. Warren Moon threw the prettiest. He was born in Los Angeles, California. He took a unique path to the NFL stardom because they wasn't allowing black quarterbacks. Let's just keep it 100. After going undrafted in 1978, Moon headed to the Canadian Football League, where he became a star, winning 5 Grey Cups. He finally joined the NFL in 1984 with the Houston Oilers, where his strong arm and accuracy made him one of the league's top quarterbacks. Moon became the first African-American quarterback inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006, leaving a lasting impact on the sport. If they had included Warren Moon's yards that he passed for in Canada, Warren Moon would be the all-time passing leader in pro football history. At number 12, we got Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman, born in West Covina, California, was a standout quarterback at UCLA before being drafted first overall by the Dallas Cowboys in 1989. I had the privilege of seeing Troy Aikman's first college football game at Oklahoma. We were off and actually went up to the University of Kansas to see my good friend Tony Berry play, and they were playing Oklahoma, and Kansas had not beaten Oklahoma in over 20 years. And Troy Aikman's first interception was by Tony Berry. I was at that game. I saw it with my own eyes. He later transferred to UCLA, but he started off at Oklahoma. Your boy told him he was going to turn Oklahoma into a passing team. That was a lie. Aikman led the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowl victories in 1990, earning the Super Bowl MVP honors in 1992. He was known for his accuracy, his toughness, and leadership. Aikman retired in 2000 with over 32,000 yards passing. Since retiring, Aikman has become one of the most respected voices in football as a television analyst for NFL broadcasters. We're getting close. Number 11, Steve Young, born in Salt Lake City, Utah, was an outstanding athlete at BYU before starting his professional career in the USFL. Young joined the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1985, but found success after being traded to my San Francisco 49ers, where he backed up Joe Montana before becoming the starter. Young led the 49ers to a Super Bowl victory in 1994, earning MVP honors. Known for his dual threat ability, Young retired in 1999 and became a successful broadcaster and philanthropist. Number 10, Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There it is again, Pennsylvania. Was known for his incredible work ethic and grit. After a rocky start to his career, Unitas found a home with the Baltimore Colts in 1956, where he revolutionized the passing game. Unitas led the Colts to 3 NFL championships, including the historic 1958 NFL championship game. Some people call it the most important NFL game ever played, often referred to, like I just said, the greatest game ever played. He retired in 1973, leaving behind numerous passing records and a legacy of one of the toughest quarterbacks to ever play the game, Johnny U. Number 9, Drew Brees, born in Austin, Texas, overcame early doubts about his size to become one of the most prolific passers in NFL history. After starring at Purdue, Brees was drafted by the San Diego Chargers in 2001 before signing with the New Orleans Saints in 2006. Brees led the Saints to their first Super Bowl victory in 2009, earning MVP honors. Known for his accuracy and consistency, Brees retired in 2020 as the NFL's all-time leading passing yards and touchdown. Number 8, Brett Favre. Brett Favre, born in Gulfport, Mississippi, played college football at Southern Miss, being drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in 1991. Favre was traded to the Green Bay Packers in 1992 for a bag of chips, where he became a legend. Known for his gunslinger mentality, Favre led the Packers to a Super Bowl victory in 1996 and became the first player to win 3 consecutive MVP awards. Favre retired in 2010 with numerous passing records, including the most career touchdown passings at the time. At number 7, we got Dan Marino. Dan Marino, born in Pittsburgh, where? Pennsylvania. There's another one of these top quarterbacks out of Pennsylvania. He was a star at the University of Pittsburgh before being drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 1983. Marino quickly became one of the league's most feared passers, setting numerous records, including becoming the first quarterback to throw for over 5 hours in a season. Although Marino never won a Super Bowl, his quick release and ability to read defenses made him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Marino retired in 1999 and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005. At number 6, we got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, born in Chico, California, played college football at Cal before being drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2005. After sitting behind Brett Favre, Rodgers took over in 2008 and led the Packers to a Super Bowl victory in 2010, known for his incredible arm and football IQ. Rodgers has won 4 MVP awards and is considered one of the most talented quarterbacks in NFL history. As of 2024, Rodgers continues to play now with the New York Jets. Yeah, we'll see if he plays. Next, we got Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's the son of NFL quarterback legend Archie Manning and older brother of Eli Manning. After a stellar college career at Tennessee, Peyton was drafted first overall by the Indianapolis Colts in 1998. Manning won 2 Super Bowls, one with the Colts and one with the Denver Broncos, and set numerous records, including 5 MVP awards, the most career touchdown passes at the time of his retirement in 2016. Manning has since become a successful television personality and entrepreneur, and he's extremely, extremely funny, if you ask me. All righty, at number 3, you ready for it, Mother Wig? At number 3, we got Patrick Mahomes. Born in Tyler, Texas, is the son of former Major League pitcher Pat Mahomes, and he has initially pursued both baseball and football at Texas Tech. Mahomes was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017. By his second season, he had taken the league by storm, winning MVP and leading the Chiefs to an AFC championship in 2020. Mahomes led the Chiefs to a Super Bowl victory with his unique play style and arm strength, have made him one of the most exciting players in the NFL today. What can I say? It's only because he haven't been there long enough is he falling in at number 3 for Tom the Bomb. But only because he hasn't been there long enough. I'm sorry, number 4. I got him at 4. Next, we got John Elway. John Elway was born in Port Angeles, Washington. He was a star at Stanford before being drafted first overall by the Baltimore Colts in 1983. Only to be traded to the Denver Broncos. Elway became known for his strong arm and ability to lead game-winning drives, taking the Broncos to 5 Super Bowl, winning 2. Elway retired in 1999 and later became an executive with the Broncos, helping them win another Super Bowl in 2015. His legacy with one of the greatest quarterbacks is secure. I'm trying to wrap this up for you guys. All righty. We're down to number 2. Number 2 is Tom Brady, born in San Mateo, California. He defied all odds after being drafted 199th overall by the New England Patriots in 2000. Brady went on to become the most successful quarterback in NFL history, winning 7 Super Bowls, 6 with the Patriots and 1 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Known for his unmatched work ethic and leadership, Brady holds numerous records, including the most career touchdown passes and wins by a quarterback. Brady retired in 2023, leaving behind a legacy as of the greatest of all time. And personally, Tom the Bomb don't think he's done. I think this guy could come back. Remember, I told you guys, Otto Graham got 7 rings as well, but he's coming in at number 2. And I did say that this was Tom the Bomb's list, okay? So at number 1 is Joe Cool, Joe Montana. Joe Montana, born in New Eagle, Pennsylvania. There you go again, man. There's got to be something in the water that's turning out these top-flight NFL quarterbacks out of Pennsylvania. He was known for his calm demeanor and clutch performances. After starring at Notre Dame, Montana was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in 1979. Montana led the 49ers to 4 Super Bowl victories, earning MVP honors 3 times. His pinpoint accuracy and ability to perform under pressure earned him the nickname Joe Cool. Montana retired in 1994 after a brief stint with the Kansas City Chiefs and remains one of the most beloved figures in NFL history. Joe Montana, Joe Cool, led the 49ers to 4 Super Bowl wins with calm, under pressure, and accuracy. His legacy as one of the greatest is unquestioned with 4 rings and 3 MVPs, guys. That's the list. That's the top 40 list. Just getting you guys ready for the NFL. It's coming. It's coming. But that's the list. What do you guys think? You guys can, chime in and tell us what you think. You hate the list. You love the list. I know a whole lot of y'all out there upset that Tom Brady ain't number 1 on the list, but Tom Brady ain't number 1 on my list. He's just not. If I had one game to win, Tom Brady wouldn't be the quarterback. It'd be Joe Cool. Be Joe Montana, man. You got 1 game. I'm going with Joe Cool, baby. But like I said, it's Tom the Bomb's list. So what do you guys think? You guys chime in and let us know. I hope you guys learned something today. He was Mr. Clutch. David Byrne said, yeah, John always on the list. He's got to be. Yep. A lot of great quarterbacks. And this is all subjective, but there's the stat thing, but then there's that thing that you just can't measure. And like I said, Brady has all the stats, man. But man, when you looked across and saw number 16 on the side of you knew you was beat, man. You pretty much knew. Don't get me wrong. You beat when Tom Brady on the other side. Forget when Patrick Mahomes on the other side. You beat, and he just don't have enough longevity, Mother Wig, for me to get Patrick Mahomes higher than what he is. But I think for the little bit of time that he's been in the NFL, to be ranked number 3, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. When all is said and done, Patrick Mahomes is going to be the greatest quarterback that we ever seen. So let's just go ahead and say that now. But we got to give. It's just like Willie Mays is the greatest baseball player that I ever seen in my life. He's the greatest baseball player that ever lived, that ever played. Hank Aaron says that. Okay, but let me tell you something, man. This Shohei Ohtani, we ain't never seen nothing like that before. This guy is the greatest baseball player ever, but he just hasn't been played long enough for us to say he is. That's what Patrick Mahomes is. Patrick Mahomes and Shohei Ohtani, they right there. Just give them enough time, and they're gonna be the greatest ever, man. So I'm with you, brother Steve. Joe Montana is my number 1 quarterback. But it's my list. What do you guys think? We're getting ready for football season. It's exciting. Man, it seems like football goes all year long. They like they said in the movie, NFL owns a day that used to belong to the church. But, hey, man, that's it. We're getting ready for your fantasy. We're going to have Troy on. We're going to get you guys set up for our fantasy football. And we're getting ready to roll into our preseason. So I'm excited because it's coming. Listen, you guys remember Tom the Bomb is on YouTube. You guys can catch us on YouTube as well. But that's it, man. We didn't have any poll questions or trivia questions. Hey, look, for a dynamic, in-depth analysis and highlights for the Washington football team and DC sports and more, check out the Washington Sports Den on Thursdays at 2 p.m. on WBGR with my main man, Felix Bassey. Listen, man, time flies when you're having fun. We're out of time here, but we sure do thank you for spending your time with us. Listen, may the gates of heaven open and pour an abundance of blessings down on you, where there won't be room enough to contain it. Remember, if you want it, you got to confess it with your mouth and believe it in your heart that Jesus died on the cross and that he rose on the 3rd day, not a Thursday, just for you. Remember, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. God bless you. We'll see you on this same bat time on this same bat station. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Peace. Tom the Bomb out. Check us out on YouTube. Hit that like button and subscribe.
And about to blow up. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And a 2 for the show, but 3 to be a legend even if I'm cold. I ain't chasing nothing, you gon' have to catch me. And if you wanna taste, you gon' have to pay a fee. I'm the bomb and about to blow up. I'm the bomb and about to blow up.